So in this part, I'm going to be talking about the high level structure of my code, how I placed my directories and like the files, like just to organize it and make sure that it makes sense to me. And when I code that, I don't go then there. So throughout my little journey of coding, I've learned a lot about like the packaging and the organizing of code and its importance, because while it's really well organized and really well packaged, it means that you don't necessarily have to go around like going all crazy. I'm looking for specific parts of your code. So this is the little just an overview structure of how I like placed or organized my code. So first we have like our model. We have our model. We have our model, which has like our or the dot like the left, so it deals with like working with the database and all of that. Then we have our pages. So our pages. So every when we change, these are our pages and just our pages. So the user interaction and where we get information and all of that, we get it in majority from here. And even in the pages directory, I also have subdirectories, which is like the auth pages, where we have the login view, the registration, the reset password. We also have the left, which is where you create a left. So we have the create left and my left, and then when you update a left, we have the request left, where we have the left details, the request left, and then the search, and then we also have the home, which is the main one. This is why it's not in any particular page, but like just out there, and also the under constructions, because like they are parts of the project that are not really done per se as yet. And then we have our repository folder, so it communicates with our data. So yeah, this is the high level structure of my code. So, piece of code. Now I'm going to talk about like my favorite piece of code. So in this code, it's not really that complicated. It's not really that crazy. But the reason why I like it is I feel like there's a lot of work that went into there. There are a lot of lines of code, as you can see. The file is the create left dot. So, and what I like from it is that even though there's so much work here, like it was never keen at first when I was playing around with it, because I wasn't really sure how it was gonna turn out in the design phase. Like as the UI, I wasn't really sure if it was gonna look as good as I wanted it to look. And another thing that I think that this page or form is one of the forms that where I take the most amount of information from. So as you can see here on top, we have a bunch of text edit controller for like the street controller, the town and destination street and all of that. So we're working with a lot of data from these pages. And then so from all of this mess, all of this organized chaosness, for it to look as good as it does on my app, it was very nice. It was very it made me truly happy. And another thing, I'm also learning about that I don't necessarily have to write all of this piece of code multiple times, which is one of the principles of coding. It is try, don't repeat yourself. I could just create like a text form, which is what I did. I created a text form which has everything that the text field needs, and then I just call it, and I have just a few parameters, which is the build context, the text editor controller, which is where we get like the data that we're looking for, the hint text, which is the text that is shown when you open the page, and then the prefix icon, which is like the little email envelope type thing, and the keys and all of that, these and that. So for me, this was one of the part that I enjoy the most, because like a lot went into it, and for it to look as good as it does now, made me truly happy. Doesn't have to. So my thoughts on developing or like making it a lot more better in the future. I work on a design. I'm not really uh, that comfortable yet in the designing aspect of coding and stuff. So I feel like if I'm given more time and if I were to carry on with this project, I'd work just a little bit more on the design part of it, and then also an add functionality because there's some functionalities that I still don't have as yet. Also add the ability where you can have your profile and like customize it as much as you can. Work on like the wallet part, the paying part of it. I'll make it a more localized or like for a small group of people type of app, like a lift club type vibe. So like when if I were to like publish it, I build it around for that market in particular, where it's not just for like a lot of people, but like just a few friends who would like to maybe share lifts or whatever. They can just use that app to aid them in doing that. So yeah.